You do a lot to keep your family safe at home, so make sure they're safer on the road. See farther, wider, better. Upgrade to Silver Star Ultra headlights from Sylvania.
If you're driving and you can't see clearly for 1 second at 60 miles per hour, you can't see clearly for 88 feet. And a lot can happen in 88 feet. That's why Bosch created the new Icon with ClearMax 365. It's a rubber technology for longer lasting performance, not found on any other wiper blade. Because like you, Bosch cares about what's ahead.
There is no car in this accident. Because there was no accident. Volvo's most advanced accident avoidance systems ever. The future of safety from the company that has always brought you the future of safety. Give the gift of Volvo this season, and we'll give you your first month's payment on us.
You can change your style to express your unique personality. So why can't you do the same with your eye color? We at Alcon believe you can. Introducing new Air Optics Colors prescription contact lenses. Its unique 3-in-1 color technology blends with your own eye color for a naturally beautiful look with comfort all month long. Virtually try on your perfect color and get a free trial offer at airopticscolors.com.
Coffequin's number 5, The Sleepless Night. Sorry. Robitussin DMX Nighttime's dual-action liquid instantly soothes your throat and delivers fast, powerful cough relief. Robitussin, don't suffer the consequences.
Discover card?
I just received a text from Discover HQ.
Yep, we check every purchase every day and alert you if anything looks suspicious.
Nice. I'm looking into some suspicious activity myself.
Madam, that is not a changing table.
At Discover, we treat you like you'd treat you. Get the IT card at discover.com. From I wonder what it is to you'll never guess. Everything from LL Bean is backed by the same rock-solid guarantee. So while they keep guessing, you know that we'll take it back or replace it. LL Bean, guaranteed to please.
Again, more wet weather in California, the third week and third round of storms here in California. From Northern California, San Francisco areas, we look back at the city at Ghirardelli Square, and then downtown Los Angeles, wet. You see that extra shine there on the roads, and the white skies, not the blue skies and not the low clouds, the rainy skies over Los Angeles. And we are looking at more rain for Los Angeles. And we can take a look right now here on Weather Center Live and show you where that rain is coming down, why we're seeing those clouds. Those clouds bringing rain right now. Here's Los Angeles, and that camera was right there in downtown. And then a little bit heavier rain about to move in just offshore now, about to move in between Los Angeles and San Diego. Here's Paso Robles and some rain moving into the Central Coast. The Bay Area getting a break right now, but you look up in the Sierra Nevada mountain range, all that white. Snow showers adding to the snowpack, and be ready for winter travel if your plans take you anywhere from the Valley and Sacramento over to Tahoe, over into Reno. Interstate 80. They're looking at some potentially snowy conditions with this. And this is what's happening. We have that moisture again moving in from the south. Ample amount of moisture moving into California. And here's that area of low pressure spinning in more rain this afternoon to Northern California. Some heavy showers at times. Still Los Angeles all the way down to San Diego. A chance for some rain. And then another push of moisture into the Central Coast. Going overnight tomorrow night into Thursday. Things are going to stay wet and unsettled for much of the week. Alex?
All right, Chris, well, as he just said, another round of storms, of course, hitting California. From the Bay Area to Santa Barbara to San Diego, with already up to 3 inches of rain in spots, all as many recovering, of course, from last week's monster storm. Well, our Dave Malkoff looks at all the damage that's been done and the relief the heavy rains have added, of course, to this historic drought we're in.
International Terminal 8.
Delayed and canceled flights weren't the only problem caused by this storm.
This is the master bedroom. That's the living room.
This is your bedroom here.
Yes.
There was a massive rock slide in Ventura County.
It's horrible. It's horrible because there's so many more things that I could have taken out than I did.
A tornado in South Los Angeles?
That's where I live right there, in the top of the roof. All that stuff that's flying in the video came from off of there. I mean, we in LA. I never thought that there would be no tornado out here.
And lights out right in the heart of San Francisco.
We're getting sent home because there's no power.
Here in the heart of Silicon Valley, these tech buildings have been hit by a lot of rain recently. Let's use the Adobe building back there to throw up a little Photoshop to demonstrate that this county alone has got 8,029 acre-feet of water in their reservoirs just from this storm. That translates to something like 2.6 billion gallons of water. Sounds like a lot, but it's actually only 5% of the county's total capacity.
There's a similar effort here in Los Angeles County.
In the middle of a drought.
Yeah, hopefully it keeps on raining.
This is how they collect those billions of gallons.
Yeah, all we need is the main ingredient for it to rain, and hopefully it does this season.
And push them back down into the groundwater.
So if this is just sitting here, how long does it take to get down to the aquifer below?
A couple days.
Just a couple days?
This rain won't stop the drought because it's only, forgive the cliche, a drop in the bucket.
We take a lot of pride in replenishing our aquifers.
It can be a dangerous situation, but folks here in the Bay Area are taking it in stride. In San Francisco, Dave Malkoff, The Weather Channel.
Thank you so much, Dave. All right, so how much rain have we seen compared to average in San Francisco and Los Angeles? All right, in San Francisco, the average December rain is just over about 1.5 inches. Look at how much they have thus far this December, 9.14. Top 5 Decembers in San Francisco in terms of rain so far. Los Angeles is kind of interesting. Look at the difference. LA's had over 9 inches thus far too, but on the average, they pick up exponentially more, 13.5 inches. So they are below, while San Francisco now is above. But Chris, wow, all this rain, so beneficial, of course, and the snow, of course, in the Sierra.
Yeah, exactly right, Alex. And more rain on the move heading to the East Coast, and more could be on the way. And possibly some more winter weather on the way, just in time for one of the busiest travel weekends of the year. Coming up next in the Winter Weather Update, where we can see ice and snow that could make things a nightmare on the road.
It's the Buick. Sir.
Buick. Where's the Buick? Buick.
The expectation-shattering Buick LaCrosse.
Celebrate the holidays and pay no interest for 5 years. Plus, get $3,000 total purchase bonus cash on the 2014 LaCrosse.
On Christmas Day,
You can do this, Luke. Just gotta believe it.
Rolling Stone raves Unbroken has a spirit that soars.
If I can take it, I can make it.
Filled with hope, faith, and forgiveness. Unbroken, rated PG-13.
This thing is getting bigger and bigger.
Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Never seen anything like this in my life.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under fair skies. Today, abundant sunshine. High 78. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear skies. Low 53. Winds light and variable. Wednesday, except for a few afternoon clouds, mainly sunny. High 78. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Surely a vacuum shouldn't just work on carpets.
Well, the Dyson DC65 has better overall performance across all floors than any other vacuum. Works for me.
You don't need to think about the energy that makes our lives possible. Because we do. We're ExxonMobil, and powering the world responsibly is our job. Because boiling an egg isn't as simple as just boiling an egg. Life takes energy. Energy lives here.
Christmas is days away, so let's act fast, really fast. Let's do must-have, know-how, just right, right now. Last minute, you got it. Or get one of these. Let's put the list to bed, add up the savings, and count down the days. That's how to holiday. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Buy a combo kit and get up to $150 toward any cordless power tool, radio, or battery.
Sweetie, I'd love a hazelnut.
Mom, Dad, Big Uncle Wayne.
Hot chocolate.
Green tea.
Decaf, cuz.
Wow.
I'm dying for Nurple tea.
The all-new Keurig 2.0.
Mega-Red is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in Mega-Red are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with Mega-Red.
Meet the lumberjack whose flannel was out of whack. Freedom to move is what he lacked, even when woodland creatures attack. Until he put Duluth free swinging flannel on his back, with armpit gussets to whack and hack. Now he's known as a lumberjack. Duluth Trading free swinging.
Did you know that while you're going about your day, your immune system is fighting for you inside your body? Your immune system is a tiny special ops team preparing for a highly coordinated mission. But sometimes it gets tough in there. So give your immune system our most powerful boost yet. New Airborne Dual Action. An awesome fusion of antioxidants. Plus new beta immune boosters clinically proven to boost your immune system. So get new Airborne Dual Action, our most powerful immune boost yet.
You used to sleep like a champ. Then boom, what happened? Stress. Fun? Bad habits? Kids? Now what? Let's build a new, smarter bed using the dual air chambers to sense your movement, heartbeat, breathing. Introducing the Sleep Number bed with Sleep IQ technology. It tracks your sleep and tells you how to adjust for a good, better, and an awesome night. The difference? Try adjusting up or down. You'll know because Sleep IQ tells you. Give the gift of amazing sleep. Only at a Sleep Number store. Find our Best Buy rated C2 Queen mattress with Sleep IQ. No better sleep with Sleep Number.
.com. Click the mic and enter code WEATHER. Or call 888-SWEET-90.
The Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash. Mondays at 9, here on the Weather Channel.
This just into the Weather Channel. An American Airlines flight has been diverted after experiencing severe turbulence. The flight originated in Seoul, South Korea, and was en route to Dallas-Fort Worth. It is expected to land shortly in Tokyo, Japan. We understand there are reports of injuries on board, and we are looking to see if weather was a factor in this incident. Alex?
All right, Chris, thank you very much. Well, changing gears, take a look at this. Talk about a skier's paradise in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. 6 inches of snow has fallen since Sunday. Just to the north, though, more than 15 inches have fallen. Of course, we're going to see some snow through Thursday, just in time to hit the slopes. 83 trails, 10 lifts are open. Oh, hey, it's going to be beautiful out there. Actually, all these resorts, from Jackson to Aspen to Vail, we're seeing incredibly great conditions weather-wise. Certainly a lot of snow out there, Chris.
Yeah, so that's the nice part of snow, Alexandra. But the nasty part of the winter season does come when you're trying to hit the road and get to your destination and do it in a safe manner. It's time now for the winter weather update. We're going to show you where there is some snow coming down right now. The blue on the radar, and that's what we're looking at here. This is showing us where the snow is coming down, seeing some of the heavier showers throughout parts of Wisconsin and into the Upper Peninsula. And you factor in the winds, too, which are gusting at times close to 25 35 miles an hour in Wausau and in Minneapolis. That's going to reduce the visibilities when the snow's coming down or when it's blowing the snow around. Here's a look at the bigger picture. Here's that area of low pressure, and we're going to watch it move into the northeast. And as it does, as it moves east, snow still around the Upper Peninsula. You can see the time going by this evening and then into the overnight hours. Still snow in the UP, Lower Peninsula as well. And then coming off of the lakes, we're going to see a fair amount of snow into tomorrow. Through the morning, purple, the biggest snowfall amounts, in some cases a foot of snow. And we're going to see as that system moves into the northeast, close to the lakes, 1 to 3 inches. Parts of northern Maine going to see several inches as well. This is this morning into the afternoon for the Sierra Nevada mountains in California. And we're watching the rain moving in the lower elevations, but in the higher elevations, that blue is snow. And Interstate 80 right there, Donner Pass through Truckee over into Tahoe and down into Reno. Look out for some snow, and we're looking at quite a bit, a foot to a foot and a half at times. Carry your chains, Alexander, if you're planning to travel in those areas.
That's right. All right. Hey, let's take you to New York City from Soho to NoHo to the Upper East Side. Look at how beautiful it is. All right. Well, we've got some clouds around, but good morning to you heading out this morning. A little bit of rain sticking around. We are going to see potentially some snow there by Wednesday night, but it is Hanukkah. Tonight is the first night, and here's a look at what we're going to see. 21 in Bismarck, Denver 38, Dallas 54. Some rain for your first night of Hanukkah in New York City and Westport, Connecticut, and Albany, New York. All right, so here's the Hanukkah forecast for the first 5 days. Rain, you can see temperatures warming up, but a cold front comes in, dries out the skies. Thursday, Friday, sunny conditions, but much colder than the warmth of today. Chicago, here you go, 47 today, and temperatures in the 30s. Not a lot of snow there, but temperatures at seasonable averages now compared to 30 degrees above average where they have been. To Miami we go. You'll be basking in the sun for Hanukkah, lighting the candles there in South Beach. We're going to see temperatures in the 80s, right around 80, just about where we should be. Maybe by Monday, a little bit of rain comes in to dampen the spirits, perhaps. There's Dallas, you can see. We're going to see rain Wednesday and then on Friday, but temperatures there pretty comfortable in the 50s. So Hanukkah looking good across the board. It is the first night of Hanukkah, Chris. We have our own little Chrismukkah and Hanukkah bush at our house. Do? Yes, we are not. It's a Hanukkah bush or a Chrismukkah tree. One of the two.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, we have everything happening, you know.
Sure.
Got to embrace them all.
Exactly.
All the holidays.
And there's a lot of weather that we're going to expect to happen between now and Christmas, 9 days away. And there will be some flakes flying.
Yeah, they're not here. Not these flakes, right?
No, not these
real
flakes. We'll be walking around.
All right, we are going to see some white Christmas perhaps for some, but hey, look at this. Snow for your Christmas forecast. Are we going to see it? Where are you in the polls?
We're on the polls.
Where are you?
We think we're going to get it?
Yeah.
Someone's going to get it.
So absolutely. Hey, Marquette, that's probably a good bet, right?
Yeah, that's a great bet. We're going to be back in 60 seconds.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under fair skies. Today, abundant sunshine. High 78. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear skies. Low 53. Winds light and variable. Wednesday, except for a few afternoon clouds, mainly sunny. High 78. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Talk about ice on the roads. The freezing rain is once again bringing problems to many of you this morning, and that system is on the move like they always are. And a look at who is next and in store for a wintry mix today.
Yeah, and it's not just today's storms that we're keeping an eye on here at the Weather Channel. We're also watching what's coming down the line. The last weekend before Christmas is this weekend, and it could be a wet one for millions of people. We're tracking the possible impacts of the next storm.
All right, plus a few more cities got into the December snow action, but everyone wants to know who will see snows like this for Christmas. We got your first look at the forecast for a white Christmas.
And the amazing pictures and stories of 2014, including the landslide in Oso, Washington. It's just one of the unforgettable events of 2014. We take a look at some of the most iconic pictures in weather from this year. That's next on Weather Center Live. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Chris Warren.
And alongside Chris, I'm Alexandra Steele. Well, many of you waking up to a pretty troubling commute this morning. Another round of rain and wintry weather is moving east.
And that does include if you're waking up and heading out in Minnesota. In for another blustery day with some blowing snow. This is a look at some of the icy conditions from yesterday. The ice accumulating on some of the road signs. The stop sign right here in this case. Freezing rain coating the streets and the signs. Sounds like it turned to sleet when this video was taken because you can hear it. Freezing rain, it's silent. It's the liquid that hits stuff and freezes on contact and creates a coating of ice on objects. It also leads to some accidents as well. Alexandra?
All right, well, all those storms are heading east, and they're going to make their way to all the big cities from New York to Washington to Boston. So when will they get there? Let's time it out. Here's the water vapor imagery, and really what's to note with this, wherever you see that pink, that's where all the moisture is. That's the energy, and that's the moisture and rain coming your way. So let's show you when you're going to get it. Here's a look at where the current radar is, and we are seeing this area of low pressure. You can see, though, hey, when Saginaw and Alpena are getting rain in December, you know, it's pretty mild. So we are seeing a little bit of snow here from Marquette to Green Bay, but the balance of it, and certainly the calling card of this storm per se, will be a rainmaker. There's the line of showers. Move through Atlanta this morning and Macon and heading toward Augusta, but again, moving through quickly, not with a lot of fanfare. But as we head toward 2 o'clock and 12 o'clock, we're going to watch the rain move into Washington at about noon. D.C., we're going to see it. New York City at about 5, and then about 11 o'clock, it'll make its way into Boston. You can see there comes the rain for overnight and into tomorrow morning. And then behind it, actually, much cooler, drier air. So the forecast, the storm moves through a wet day in Cleveland, Chris.
Yeah, and we're going to watch a system move into the east, and it's already a little on the cool side. Not super cold, but once again, it is windy in Chicago. This is a look at Michigan Avenue, and the flags are blowing a bit. This bridge goes across the Chicago River, and that way is Lake Michigan, and right along Lake Michigan is where we find meteorologist Mike Seidel there along Lakeshore Drive behind you. And Mike, how you doing? Not exactly what you'd expect in Chicago this time of year.
No, not even close. Last December 16th, the low was 7, the high was 21. I was up here all last winter. It was miserable, and that's what we've gotten basically the sense from the joggers and bikers out here. This is a treat, a wonderful day here in Chicagoland. Let's look across the lakefront, Lakeshore Drive. The water temp 36, and that's why we had the fog with a dew point of 42 going over 36-degree water. You get the fog, but everything is improving. The visibility is now up to 7 miles at O'Hare, 8 miles at Midway. Now we're beginning to see the top of the Hancock and the spires for the first time this morning. So the ceiling is lifted. We're up to 1,000 feet ceiling. That's the base of the clouds out at O'Hare, and that's really helping things out as far as flights go today. We do have 13 cancellations and 51 delayed flights in and out of O'Hare. That is a small percentage. Midway has 22 arrivals and departures canceled. That's about 3 or 4% of their flights. So again, we're talking about limited impact, and now that the visibility is increasing and the ceiling is coming up, we're going to look much, much better. Take a look at the forecast. If you don't like cold weather, we're not looking great. We're going to go downhill, not quickly. This is not one of those fronts like we had in November where the temperatures just plummet, Chris, very quickly. It's going to be a slow progression downward into the upper 30s or so by rush hour. Tomorrow morning, upper 20s, Chris, only to freezing tomorrow afternoon, which is just off the average high of 34. So we're back to reality. By the way, the statistical probability of a white Christmas in Chicago, Chris, is 43%. We'll see how it shakes out over the next 9 days. Chris?
The numbers man. Thank you very much, meteorologist Mike Seidel. We appreciate that. And if you're in Washington, D.C. or the Mid-Atlantic, heads up. There's something that we're going to be watching in the southern part of the country later this week, and then eventually whatever it ends up being, will go into the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast by the weekend.
All right, so the Beltway will be sloppy. No question about that around Washington and, of course, Baltimore. All right, so then again, you may be seeing a wintry mix, but just how bad will it be? And why is it uncertain? Let's turn to storm specialist Carl Parker. Carl, why such uncertainty about this?
Well, you know, one of the problems is that we don't know exactly what it is going to be at this point or exactly where it's coming from, and I'll show you the dilemma here. Here is the water vapor picture showing the Northeast Pacific and the West Coast. There are a couple of disturbances that we're watching. One is near the Aleutian Islands, another one south and east of there. Something of that is going to come down from that region. This is the depiction of the mid-level energy associated with those disturbances, and something of that is going to come down right through California in the southwest and then eject out and move over here into the mid-Atlantic region, and that is going to be the basis for our storm. So that's why we don't know what the exact character and nature of this feature is going to be. Now, the European model is showing us what is largely a rainstorm late this week coming through Texas and the southeast. That is the surface freezing line right there. We're using that as a very rough proxy for the division between rain and wintry weather. Then we'll take it into late Saturday. You notice the colder air in place there in the western part of Virginia, West Virginia, some parts of North Carolina. That certainly could support snow and some wintry mix there. And then the low comes up and along the coast and throws some moisture up and into the northeast, though it's not a terribly strong low, and that could mean some heavier snow in New York in particular. The GFS model showing a weaker low, and so everything not quite as strong in the case of the GFS. So with the European model, maybe a bullseye of some heavier snow along 81 there, western North Carolina and West Virginia, light snow in the Ohio Valley, and again with the GFS model, we're not seeing nearly as much of that snow in those areas, and we'll continue to watch that closely. Alexander, over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Carl.
We've also been watching the West Coast because now we're on the third week and a third round of storms.
Yeah, LA as well getting in on the action. We time it out to see just how much rain we will get in the next coming days.
And despite that recent rain, the drought remains a huge concern. Carl will be back with that.
For all the joy they bring and all the love they give, this holiday season, remember to give back to your companions, your co-stars, and your co-conspirators. Petco can help with thousands of gifts on sale, including 25% off all holiday toys, treats, apparel, and accessories. Plus, earn 5% back with Pals Rewards. Joy, love, pets. Petco, the power of together.
Nourished. Rescued. Protected. Given new hope. During the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru owners feel it too. Because when you take home a new Subaru, we donate $250 to helping those in need. We'll have given $50 million over 7 years. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under fair skies. Today, sunny, high 77. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear, low 53. Winds light and variable. Wednesday, mostly sunny skies. High 78. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million
Mountain, Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
If it's in your nature to love the great outdoors, don't miss your chance to find the perfect gifts at the Cabela's Christmas online event. Find gifts for everyone on your list, plus check out our free shipping promotions. Don't miss our Christmas online event at Cabela's.com.
Mega Red is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in Mega Red are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with Mega Red.
Walmart has everything you need to make your signature Christmas dish.
Mine is mouth-watering mashed potatoes. I mix my russets with milk, butter, and cream cheese to make them super creamy. And yours?
Sock it to me spiral cut ham.
Whoa, you made this?
Yep, I just take a Sam's Choice super premium spiral cut ham from Walmart, bake it flat side down, tint the foil so all the juices can mingle.
Who are you?
Ham Man.
Walmart has everything you need for Christmas dinner at unbeatable prices. Guaranteed by Savings Cashier. Walmart.
I typed my name, and Ancestry opened the door to the world's largest online collection of family history records. Discover your story today at Ancestry.com.
American Airlines Flight 280 has been diverted after experiencing severe turbulence. The flight originated in Seoul, South Korea, and was en route to Dallas-Fort Worth. It landed in Tokyo, Japan just a short time ago, and there are reports of injuries on board the aircraft, and we are looking to see if weather was a factor in this incident. Alex?
All right, Chris, thank you very much. Well, we take you now to California, where parts of the PCH could be shut down for a month. Why? Because of all the mud, the rocks, and the debris from this onslaught of rain. You know, threats for mudslides from last week's storm are there as now more rain pushes in. Transportation officials say it's just way too dangerous to keep them all open. The worst was near the Point Mugu, about 17 miles from Malibu. Some areas there had up to 16 feet of mud. So the mud is there, and now here comes the rain, another onslaught. But with this rain, what we're seeing now, really not quite as much. And I'll show you how much rain we'll see. So here's a look at San Francisco. The average in December is about just over 1.5 inches. They've picked up over 9 inches thus far. In San Francisco, this December going down as one of the top 5 wettest. All right, and so here comes the rain. Here comes more rain. This is the current radar picture. San Francisco points south. And then we're going to watch this area of low pressure kind of rotate in. Los Angeles as well, more rain coming in for you. Although Los Angeles picks up on the average about 9 inches, and they haven't seen quite that much. So LA, believe it or not, a little bit below average. Here comes the California rain, this area of low pressure spinning off the coast and kind of just like throwing itself in. And this one gets all the coast from San Francisco down to Los Angeles. And then hot on its heels, next system coming in Wednesday into Thursday. You can see, though, it dissipating a little bit. Not a lot of moisture there, but certainly enough. So through Friday morning, here's a look at the rain totals. 2 to 3 inches from Redding to San Fran, maybe just up to 1 inch farther south, but way more than that in terms of snow for the Sierra. How much? Here's Carl and Chris.
All right, thank you very much, Alex. And how much of an impact we're going to see here? Because when you're in a really deep hole, it's hard to get out of that hole.
Very deep hole. And so there is a look at the Sierra on the left. That was taken about 2 years ago, and you can see how much snow there was. And notice how much greener the Central Valley is. The Central Valley is hugely important in terms of agriculture for the entire nation. That's why if you live in Poughkeepsie, you should care about this. And then here on the right, this is a year ago, and you see the dramatic change in the amount of snow cover and the dramatic change in the appearance of the San Joaquin and Sacramento valleys. It's much, much browner.
Even to the coast in the Salinas Valley, you can see all of that brown going right up to the Bay Area.
Absolutely. And so this has really had a profound impact on agriculture, on people's daily lives there in California. Now, this is the snow water equivalent last week and the percentage of average. And so we want to see how these numbers have changed prior to the big storm and then after the big storm, and they're all up. So that's good news. We're still nowhere near where we need to be, but they are all up. Now, the reason why this little strip of land, this incredibly fertile area, is so important is because we get so much of our produce from this one area. 99% of almonds come from the Central Valley, 99% of olives, 99% of pistachios. By the way, 80% of the world's almonds come from that little area. 96% of nectarines, 87% of avocados. And so you'll notice that if conditions continue to persist, if it's still very dry, it's going to be harder to produce these crops and it's going to be more expensive. And that's happening already with avocados.
This is why if you don't live in California, it's a big deal.
This is why it matters. Exactly.
Right.
It's got a ripple effect over a very large area. So here's the Lake Shasta storage levels. There is the historical average. We're well below the historical average, but there is an upturn there. So hopefully that continues.
All right, thanks, Carl. Let's go back to Alex in the studio.
All right, thank you, guys. Well, Christmas is still more than a week away, but who will have a wet Christmas? Is it you? From Little Rock to Philadelphia to Ludlow, Vermont, we are breaking the chances down coming up. And a live look at the tree in Rockefeller Center in New York City. Will it be them? We'll detail it next.
Salt and pepper, you tell people to push it. Push it real good. That's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
I'm pushing it real good. Mega Red is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in Mega Red are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with Mega Red.
See this? It shows the pressure points in my tired, achy feet.
I had no clue I was putting this kind of stress on my feet.
I have flat feet. I found this out at the free Dr. Scholl's Foot Mapping Center at Walmart. In less than 2 minutes, I got my foot map and my custom number. I'm a 440.
I'm a 210.
340.
That number matched the Dr. Scholl's custom fit orthotic inserts with just the right support to help relieve stress on my feet. I'm a believer.
Go to drscholls.com for locations and save $10.
Stanley Steamer is the first carpet cleaning service certified asthma and allergy friendly. It's our new standard of clean. Call about our $99 carpet cleaning special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your certified cleaner.
No super slow motion footage of trucks splashing through the mud. No cowboy hats, horses, or hay bales. Just a Ram 3500 that head-to-head can out-tow Ford's F-350 by more than 1.5 tons. Get more facts at ramtrucks.com.
Say hello to the new weather.com, a beautiful new design with weather as the main story. The information you need, the site you rely on, the brand you trust.
This holiday season, take a moment or two to enjoy the simple things, the things that matter. We're lifting up our spirits as friends and families gather near in this season that brings us all together. Celebrate the ones you love. Celebrate the wonder of the holidays.
Mike, Janet, cough if you can hear me.
Don't even think about it. I took Mucinex DM for my phlegmy cough.
Yeah, but what about Mike? He has that dry, scratchy thing going on.
Well, guess what? It works on his cough, too.
What? Stop, don't pull me. Spoiler alert, she doesn't make it.
Only Mucinex DM packs 2 medicines in 1 pill to relieve wet and dry coughs for 12 hours. Start the relief. Ditch the misery. Let's end this.
Offer on the Litter Robot, the right way to go.
Every Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 74 degrees under fair skies. Today, sunny, high 77. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear, low 53. Winds light and variable. Wednesday, mostly sunny skies. High 78. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
We're following breaking news right now. American Airlines Flight 280 has been diverted after experiencing severe turbulence. The flight originated in Seoul, South Korea, and was en route to Dallas-Fort Worth. It landed in Tokyo just a short time ago, I believe, at Narita Airport there, and there are reports of injuries on board, and we are looking to see, and we do believe that weather was a factor.
All right, let's get some of the very latest now with Carl Parker. Carl.
Well, Alex, when you have very strong winds aloft, you can get wind shear that can produce little rotations in the atmosphere. If you think about a layer of the atmosphere being here and then a very strong, very fast one over top of that, you can get little rotors that develop along that interface between those two layers, and those rotors then create an up and down motion that can be very strong if the wind that's higher is really, really strong. So the next thing we want to look for is to see whether or not there was very strong wind there, and in fact, there is an incredibly strong jet stream coming right across Japan and right where this airplane was. It was diverted just offshore to the east, and right about where the northern part of that little Tokyo symbol is, that's about where the plane was. And these jet stream winds are probably getting up to about 180 miles per hour, stronger, maybe even close to 200 miles per hour. So again, that could have been enough to create these rotations in the atmosphere, and the plane could have gotten caught up in one of those. So we don't know exactly what happened right now, but that is our best guess at this time. There is this very strong wind there, and that certainly could have been a contributor. Chris, over to you.
All right, Carl, thank you very much. Let's go ahead right now and show you where we're expecting to see some snow. It's time for the winter weather update here on the Weather Channel. It happens at 20 past and 50 past the hour. And we're going to start off with a look at where the snow is falling right now. And the blue on the radar shows us the snow in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And it looks like even seeing some of the visibilities down a bit as well in Wisconsin Rapids there. And this is a look at where the computer shows us there will be snow going through time. We put this into motion. You'll see the time go by, and if you look here, this is where we're going to be dealing with the snow, the heaviest snow in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Also going to be seeing some of that snow in Buffalo, even some snow showers around Cleveland, according to the computer forecast. There are 8 to 12 inches of snow in the Upper Peninsula, really close to the lake here. Also looking at some snow in northern Maine, again coming off the lakes, about 1 to 3 inches of snow, and we're tracking what's going to be happening by the end of the week. And storm specialist Carl Parker is going to be back with a closer look at what could be shaping up for the weekend. Alex?
All right, but before that, it is beginning to look a lot like Christmas, so that's what we want shaping up. Pictures like this, right? Denver, Colorado. And thank you so much. Broncos fan 75 sending in this video. All right, so who will see it? Do you want a white Christmas? All right, ahead we're going to talk, of course, about who will see it and the likelihood of that. All right, so here's the white Christmas chances, of course. Montana, the northern tier of the country, right? Minnesota, 100% most likely this time of year. And then, of course, you get farther south, and of course your chances go down as the temperatures get warmer. So, but now let's factor in the storm systems that we've got, right? The areas of low pressure we're watching. So for next Wednesday, Christmas Eve, here's a look at the forecast. Denver 40, 57 in Dallas. Chicago too, pretty mild there. All right, Bismarck on Thursday for Christmas. You'll see 16 degrees. It'll be 40 in New York, 50 in Charlotte, 73 if you're ringing in Christmas in South Beach perhaps. So forecast for New York City, Christmas Eve you'll see rain, and then Thursday on Christmas it will be dry and 40 degrees. Chicago, sunny and 28, and in places like Orlando, dry skies, of course, not a lot of cloud cover even. And then to Denver, Colorado, Christmas Eve, it will be beautiful with the snow coming down, and of course Christmas as well. And let's head now to Seattle, to Chris's neck of the woods.
Yeah.
All right, what you saw in Seattle, I saw clouds and showers, and you said it's going to be...
Well, I mean, you know, if you cold rain, because those snowflakes usually melt. It's so hard to get snow in Seattle, and it's even harder to get it on Christmas. And that's the big question for a lot of people. Who's going to get that white Christmas? And we haven't narrowed it down for fun to 5 cities with a pretty good chance. We want you to weigh in.
All right, well, what do you you think? Where will we see it? Go to weather.com/White Christmas and vote in our online poll. Will Chicago, Buffalo, Philly, Omaha, or Little Rock take the snowflake crown this year?
We also want to see your videos. So let us know why you think maybe you deserve a white Christmas this year. And this is how you can get that to us. Text us, My White Christmas.
I'm going to do it. I want Atlanta to have a white Christmas, don't you?
This is Bob. Bob's on a first date, so he's not thinking about where to buy his next set of tires. But if he were, all he'd need to know is TireRack.com. He could view the complete selection of Continental tires at TireRack.com. Then he'd have the confidence to drive safely in any weather. But Bob's not thinking about tires. Bob's thinking, should I tell her about that thing in her teeth? TireRack.com. Find, deliver, install.
Mega-Red is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in Mega-Red are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with Mega-Red.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the world's longest-lasting AA battery in high-tech devices. Up to 6 times longer than the other leading brand.
Hello, I'm an Idaho potato farmer, and our big Idaho potato truck is still missing. So my buddy here is going to help me find it. Here we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal.
All right, listen up. Out on that field today, you will be ready for anything. And I want you to always remember, this is the greatest team you will ever be part of.
There's a team that makes a real difference in the world. Join the team that makes a difference.
It seems like the best family traditions always start in the kitchen. Happy holidays from Rice Krispies.
I am never getting married. Never. Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
Pull over here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, State Farm is there.
Break the ice with breath-freshening, cooling crystals. Icebreakers.
Currently in our area, 74 degrees under fair skies. Today, sunny, high 77. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear, low 53. Winds light and variable. Wednesday, mostly sunny skies. High 78. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
You look at some of these pictures, and some of the words that might come to mind to describe some of the pictures from this year might include emotional, unbelievable, and unforgettable.
Really, right now, though, on weather.com, you can find the top 100 weather photos of 2014. And in just a few special minutes, we're going to get the stories behind some of these incredible images and how our team of digital meteorologists were able to compile them, get them, and how they were ranked and how they picked the best. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for staying with us on Weather Center Live. I'm Alexandra Steele.
And I'm Chris Warren. We're looking at some rain and some storms moving into the Northeast. It's going to cause a little bit of some issues for travel.
It could be a lot worse, though.
It could be a lot worse, and it may be. We're going to talk about what's possibly coming this weekend. We'll call Parker in a minute, but let's get you through this day right now and show you what's happening out here, Alex. And as we look, first you can see this is the weather maker right there, that area of low pressure, and you can see the moisture and the clouds moving in ahead of it, and where there is right now some rain coming down.
All right, it's 30 in Marquette. Green Bay's at 37 and it's raining in December.
Balmy,
yeah,
right?
There's shorts, as you say.
And there's some blue. That's the snow. But looking down here into the southeast now, Alex, some storms came through Atlanta, Albany, and it's in the 60s. Savannah, how about that?
This morning in Atlanta, it was 30 degrees warmer than it was yesterday at the same time.
It got warm yesterday afternoon. And that's changing as far as what's happening with our weather here. It's going to be a little bit cooler in the southeast. Limited moisture, but with that system moving through, it's in the Great Lakes right now, there will be some rain. And this is a look as we time it for you. The noon hour, where the rain's going to be, should be soggy in D.C. And then into the afternoon, evening hours, some of the big cities for your commute. The LIE is going to be wet, especially later on if you're heading into the city to get dinner tonight. It's going to be wet.
Yep, the Merritt, the 95 corridor, all of Fairfield County too, right around rush hour time. So this is a good train night heading home from the city instead of driving, because it really will be wet.
And then in the morning, it's going to be Boston heading into work. It's going to be wet and a bit sloppy for you. Washington, D.C., it's this afternoon, early afternoon, and then things are going to dry out in D.C. And as we look at Syracuse, again, rain.
That's right. They're in orange shorts up there saying, really, this is summertime. All right, so we just talked about the I-95 corridor, right? Of course, New York and Boston, they're all going to get wet. We're going to talk about this busy holiday weekend. Looking live now at New York City, Washington, of course, and Philadelphia, all in line for heavy rain, snow, or a wintry mix even. And more on that late week storm really could cause quite travel headaches. A lot of people kind of gearing up and getting out.
Yes, and let's go right now to storm specialist Carl Parker. He's in the lab right now, and he's keeping an eye on this. And Carl, coming at a very busy time of year for travel.
Yeah, it certainly is. Chris, what we're thinking right now is that it's probably going to be a weaker low, so more of a nuisance than anything else. We could see some heavier snow in some areas, and we'll pinpoint that in just a moment. But let's begin with where this is coming from, and it's a long, long way away. There are actually a couple of disturbances here near Alaska, one over the Aleutians, another one right in here. We're not exactly sure which of those is going to ultimately be the player that ends up in the southern plains, but we know some of that energy will move up and into parts of the Mid-South come this weekend. That's Saturday morning. Now, what we've done here is put the surface freezing line on. We're using that as a very rough proxy for the division between the rain and more wintry weather. And as you can see, this is largely going to be a rainstorm, we think, early on Saturday. But then as more of that moisture begins to interact with colder air, that's when we could see more snow developing. That may be the case there in Western Virginia, West Virginia, even North Carolina come late Saturday, and then the low moves up and offshore. Does not blow up, is not likely to be that strong. At least that's the way it looks right now. So it delivers some moisture back and into the colder air in New York on Sunday, but not a tremendous amount of it. And the GFS showing a similar scenario, but an even weaker low, and therefore less of everything, less of the moisture, less of the cold air. And so let's compare the two models. The European model showing a pretty sizable area of moderate snow. That would be along 81, West Virginia again, Western Virginia, say from Roanoke and Lynchburg back down into the Tri-Cities area. Light snow across a lot of the Ohio Valley, and then some heavier snow eventually up into the Hudson Valley and the Adirondacks. Whereas the GFS model doesn't show as much of anything. Very light snow, southern lakes towards the Ohio Valley, and just a bit of snow in PA and there into New York. So that's the way it looks right now. Then looking ahead towards Christmas, the models have been in general agreement about the idea of a big cold plunge dropping down into the eastern two-thirds of the country. And if that were to be the case, that could set the stage for wintry weather come Christmas. We shall see. Chris, over to you.
Carl, thank you. And as 2014 comes to an end, Weather.com released a collection of more than 100 images that capture some of the year's most powerful moments in weather, news, travel, and science.
And joining us now is Neil Katz, a Vice President and Editor-in-Chief of Weather.com, and instrumental in choosing some of these hundreds. So how did you do it?
Well, we start with the meteorology, and we find the biggest weather events of the year. But we're not just looking only for severe weather events. We try to find moments that have a human connection to weather. We try to find moments where there's some kind of human spirit, but also sometimes just the beauty of nature, the magic and majesty of Mother Nature.
So, Neil, let's get right to it. Let's take a look, and will you walk us through some of the pictures that we're looking at here?
Yeah, so this was a huge story on the site this year. This is what they call a mystery hole. This is in Siberia, and several of these holes kind of emerged this year, and it was unclear to scientists if they've been there a long time, or we just didn't know about it, or do they sort of suddenly pop up. There's alternate theories. Some people are saying aliens. It's not aliens. You know, what really caused these, and scientists don't exactly know. And so that's a fantastic mystery of Mother Nature. This happens to be a frozen sort of landscape, a barren landscape. And when they went down to this mystery hole, it turns out there's this amazing kind of wintry, cold environment down there that's actually really beautiful. And they're still studying it, so it's a great scientific mystery.
Oh, wow. All right, let's take a look at another one. The Chinese firemen of fog, the fishermen out there in China.
So this is an example of a picture that doesn't have a severe event, but it just shows this kind of lyrical, cinematic moment. It's just this gorgeous moment. The fog is coming up off the lake. These are actually fishermen on the Li River in China. And they do something rather unusual. They use birds to capture the fish, and then they reel the birds back in. They take the fish out of their mouth. And it's,
what? That's neat. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's a totally unbelievable way to fish. And it's just sort of this gorgeous moment. It looks like a Spielberg movie, but no, this is actually real stuff, and we just love how weather set that moment.
And it's funny, you know, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, but when you look at this, it encapsulates so well the feeling that's there, and also whether it's China or wherever, kind of what's happening and kind of the scene there, and the setting and the people that they live there and how they live.
Yeah, I mean, some of this is straight news, but a lot of it's just poetry. A lot of it's just the beauty of being on the planet.
It's beautiful, and it's also tragic.
Also tragic. So this is a very tragic story here. This is a heartbreaking image. I think we're looking at the mudslide here. This is the Aso mudslide, where 43 lost their lives this year, and this was a tragic event. You were there. I mean, people are literally just scratching the earth to try to find loved ones that were lost in a moment like that. A devastating weather event, and the images are very powerful.
All right, and also, Neil, how about the Arkansas tornado? Certainly very memorable in terms of meteorological, but talk about the picture here that really captured it for you.
So there were actually some other images we almost went with that were aerial images that showed the devastation in the town in Arkansas and Valonia. And, 16 people died. It was a very tragic event. But we chose this image because it showed some real human, I think, perseverance in the face of tragedy. This is a man who a day before, his town was a vibrant place to live. Now he's walking through sticks and shards of glass and broken memories. Powerful moment.
It really is. Oh, Neil Katz, thank you so much, Editor-in-Chief of Weather.com. And of course, you can go to Weather.com, look at all these images and the stories behind them, which are what's so riveting.
Yeah, and we're going to be right back. Take a look at what may be developing for a very busy travel weekend.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under fair skies. Today, sunny, high 77. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear, low 53. Winds light and variable. Wednesday, mostly sunny skies. High 78. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Hello, I'm an Idaho potato farmer, and our big Idaho potato truck is still missing. So my buddy here is going to help me find it. Here we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal.
If it's in your nature to love the great outdoors, don't miss the chance to find the perfect gifts at Cabela's.com. Shop the Cabela's Christmas online event for great deals on all your favorite outdoor brands. Find gifts for everyone on your list at unbeatable prices. Plus, check out our free shipping promotions. Don't miss our Christmas online event at Cabela's.com.
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis like me, and you're talking to your rheumatologist about a biologic, this is Humira. This is Humira helping to relieve my pain and protect my joints from further damage. This is Humira giving me new perspective. Doctors have been prescribing Humira for 10 years. Humira works for many adults. It targets and helps to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to RA symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Talk to your doctor and visit Humira.com. This is Humira at work.
Why do I take Metamucil every day? Because it helps me skip the bad stuff. I'm good. That's what I like to call the Meta Effect.
4-in-1 Multi-Health Metamucil, now clinically proven to help you feel less hungry between meals. Experience the Meta Effect with our new Multi-Health Wellness line.
I love my Meta Health bars because when nutritious tastes this delicious, I don't miss the other stuff.
New Meta Health bars help promote heart health. Experience the Meta Effect with our new Multi-Health Wellness line.
Musical chairs. Fun, right? Well, not when your travel rewards card makes it so hard to get a seat using your miles. That's their game. The flights you want are blacked out, or they ask for some ridiculous number of miles. Honestly, it's time to switch to the Venture card from Capital One. With Venture, use your miles on any airline, any flight, anytime, no blackout dates. And with every purchase, you'll earn unlimited double miles. From now on, no one's taking your seat away. What's in your wallet?
Mega Red is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in Mega Red are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with Mega Red.
She inspires you. No question about that. But your erectile dysfunction? That could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines, and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any allergic reactions like rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
Weather Center live right now, and a live look at San Francisco and Los Angeles. Here on the West Coast, seeing a mix of weather. Some showers rolling through the Bay Area, but also some blue sky. It's much more cloudy and wet in Los Angeles right now. And that is the story. We have some rain moving into the Southland, and right now downtown Los Angeles, so you were just looking there, the clouds and rain moving in. And this is a look here, and you're seeing some of the heavier rain moving in to Los Angeles, Long Beach, South Bay, dealing with some of that rain right now. And then as we look at San Francisco, right in the Bay Area, just offshore, just beyond the Golden Gate, there's some rain, but also you had some blue sky in there as well. It's in the mountains. If you take Interstate 80 up to South Tahoe, or actually up to Truckee, and then you can head down into South Tahoe, which is right here. But right in here, Donner Pass, right in there, expecting some snow. So be ready for winter travel. We have more moisture that's moving onshore, and that's the reason there's been so much rain. One system after another tapping into this moisture to the south, pulling it into the Northern California area, into the Bay Area, and into the Southern California as well, and into Southern California. So once again, Alice, this is the third week with some very heavy rain for the Golden State.
All right, well, this is the wet season, and this is when we need it, right? So another round of storms, as Chris mentioned, in California, all the way from the Bay Area to San Diego. Now, with already up to 3 inches of rain in spots, at least so many of them, they're trying to recover from last week's monster storms. And our Dave Malkoff now looks at the damage done, and believe it or not, the relief that the heavy rains have added to this historic drought.
International Terminal A.
Delayed and canceled flights weren't the only problem caused by this storm.
This is the master bedroom. That's the living room.
This is your bedroom here.
Yes.
There was a massive rock slide in Ventura County.
It's horrible. It's horrible because there's so many more things that I could have taken out than I did.
A tornado in South Los Angeles.
That's where I live right there, in the top of the roof. All that stuff that's flying in the video came from off of there. I mean, we in LA. I never thought that there would be no tornado out here.
And lights out right in the heart of San Francisco.
We're getting sent home because there's no power.
Here in the heart of Silicon Valley, these tech buildings have been hit by a lot of rain recently. Let's use the Adobe building back there to throw up a little Photoshop to demonstrate that this county alone has got 8,029 acre-feet of water in their reservoirs just from this storm. That translates to something like 2.6 billion gallons of water. Sounds like a lot, but it's actually only 5% of the county's total capacity. There's a similar effort here in Los Angeles County.
In the middle of a drought. Yeah, hopefully it keeps on raining.
This is how they collect those billions of gallons.
Yeah, all we need is the main ingredient for it to rain, and hopefully it does this season.
And push them back down into the groundwater.
So if this is just sitting here, how long does it take to get down to the aquifer below? A couple days. Just a couple days?
Yeah. This rain won't stop the drought because it's only, forgive the cliche, a drop in the bucket.
We take a lot of pride in replenishing our aquifers.
It can be a dangerous situation, but folks here in the Bay Area are taking it in stride. In San Francisco, Dave Malkoff, The Weather Channel.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. You know, there is quite a disparity, though. We talk about California rain, but between north and south, it's quite different. All right, in San Francisco, about 1.6 inches of rain is what their average December is. But look how much they've gotten thus far. 9.1 far in San Francisco, already going down in the books as one of the top 5 December rain for San Francisco. But look at Los Angeles, 9 inches so far this year. But look where they are for average, well above 9 inches, 13.5 inches. So they are actually below where they should be, Chris. So it's kind of interesting. We talk about it. You can't really blanket statement the rain for California because there are some disparages and it's really some discrepancies with the rain that's fallen and how much and who.
Yeah, and how much and who is the big question for the rain that's moving into the East Coast. And then what's next after that big travel and shopping weekend?
Breaking wind and average fleece. Breaking wind and Duluth Trading Shoreman's Fleece. Duluth Trading Shoreman's Fleece. 3 gust-busting layers. 1 beefed-up fleece. Get one. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
Stanley Steamer is the first carpet cleaning service certified asthma and allergy friendly. It's our new standard of clean. Call about our $99 carpet cleaning special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER.
temperature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Never seen anything like this in my life.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under fair skies. Today, sunny, high 77. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear, low 53. Winds light and variable. Wednesday, mostly sunny skies. High 78. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Christmas is days away, so let's act fast, really fast. Let's do must-have, know-how, just right now. Last minute? You got it. Or get one of these. Let's put the list to bed. Add up the savings and count down the days. That's how to holiday. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Buy a combo kit and get up to $150 toward any cordless power tool, radio, or battery.
MegaRed is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in MegaRed are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with MegaRed.
Big news, Anthony. Now you can get special financing on the season's hottest gift, PlayStation 4, when you use your Walmart credit card.
Check this out, M-Sauce. I got 3rd and long. Go, 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 go! Yes, go! Woo!
With next-gen graphics, the gameplay is completely lifelike.
Waterboard! Water me! Water me up, man! Doing good. That's enough. All right. Okay, go down. Okay, go, 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 go!
Maybe too lifelike.
Touchdown!
And now get special financing when you use your Walmart credit card. More ways to Christmas joy. Walmart.
Grandpa Bodie, Grandma said you used to be out of control.
Really? I guess I did take some risks. I trained a little bit differently. I was a little too honest sometimes. The media is useless.
You were out of control.
But not always.
Awesome is watching hit movies like Divergent here. And the biggest hit shows here.
My head's caught.
Or even here. Anywhere you want. Anytime you want. This is awesome. This is HBO on Xfinity. Get your favorite series and movies with HBO. Plus, upgrade to digital preferred TV and get over 80 additional channels. Upgrade now for $14.99 more a month for 12 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY or go online today.
Snow on the ground. It's falling faster now. There's something in the air that brings us closer. And there's people, everyday people, oh holiday. You bring the best out of me. You bring the best out of me.
.com. Click the mic and enter code WEATHER or call 888-SWEET-90.
The wildest weather ever caught on camera. Oh my God! Tonight, tomorrow night, every weeknight. Wild weather at 8 on the Weather Channel.
We're following some breaking news here on the Weather Channel. American Airlines Flight 280 has been diverted after experiencing severe turbulence. Flight originated in Seoul, South Korea, and was en route to Dallas-Fort Worth. It landed in Tokyo, Japan, just a short time ago. And there are reports of injuries on board. And storm specialist Carl Parker is looking at the role weather may have played in this. And he joins us now from the lab. Carl.
Well, Chris, we don't know exactly what happened in this case, but we do know that turbulence is often associated with very strong strong wind aloft, and we do know that very strong winds were sitting in the exact area where this plane was flying. It took off from Korea and then was flying over Japan, and presumably was flying at the jet stream level when it was over Japan. And right as it emerged from Japan and into the Pacific Ocean just north of Tokyo, there was exceptionally strong jet stream wind in that area. The jet stream winds may have been at their core as high as 230 miles per hour, and that is at the very high end of the type of wind that we see in jet streams on the Earth. And so when you've got this very strong wind aloft and then winds that are not as strong around that wind, you get this shear interface, and along that shear interface you can get little rotations, little rotors as we call them, that can get the atmosphere moving up and down very quickly, and those up and down motions can create the type of turbulence that can cause injury. So again, stressing that we don't know exactly what happened in this case, but the fact that there was a very strong jet stream does seem to indicate that that was the cause of it. Chris, over to you.
Carl, thank you very much for that. It is time now for the winter weather update. I want to show you where it's snowing and what we're expecting as far as the next places we can expect to see some snow. And let's take a look right now at the radar on where the snow is coming down. And in Michigan and in Wisconsin, we're dealing with that snow. Marquette, once again, with the winds gusting, watch out for the visibilities to be reduced because of the falling snow and the combination of those gusty winds that are happening right now throughout parts of the Great Lakes. And then overall, this system right here, we're going to watch it move to the east. And as it does, it will bring some more snow. And this is a look at what the computer says the snow is going to be doing. It's going to be hanging out right here. And what the rain will be doing, we'll have some rain throughout parts of the eastern lakes, along with some snow coming off of the lakes. The big snowfall totals around Marquette and the upper peninsula of Michigan, and then also in parts of Maine. We're going to be dealing with a fair amount of snow as well. 1 to 3 inches widespread around the Great Lakes, the eastern lakes. Also watching, going through time this afternoon to the evening, more snow here in the Sierra Nevada mountain range in California. This includes Interstate 80 going over Donner Pass, which is higher than 7,000 feet. So you're going to be seeing some of that snow, and it will, Alex, be heavy at times. 1 foot to 1.5 foot of snow can be expected.
All right, have the chains, as you say. Thank you very much, Chris. Well, we take it to New York City. It is noon in New York. So from Soho to NoHo, you're going to see temperatures in the upper 40s today. A little bit of rain, so about 5 o'clock this afternoon, trying to catch a cab certainly will be difficult. The rain's going to begin to come down. And here's a look at this evening. It is the first night of Hanukkah. So the dreidels in New York, 48 degrees with clouds and showers. Washington as well. Charlotte into Dallas, Atlanta, you'll be dry today. Denver to Bismarck, cold in the 20s. And here's the forecast for Hanukkah, the first 5 days anyway. We're going to see temperatures, the rains today, it clears out. Temperatures do drop off, though. It'll be sunny, but certainly a little bit chillier. And then the next chance on Sunday for a few showers. Chicago as well, 44 today. Temperatures, hey, it was been very warm in Chicago, well milder than normal, about 20 degrees above average. We finally get back to where we should be for this time of year. Dry skies prevail for Hanukkah along Lakeshore Drive. And to Miami around South Beach, you're going to be basking in some sunshine for Hanukkah. That'll be pleasant. Temperatures about average as well. Ample sunshine. Really no chance for rain as well. And maybe on Monday a shower or two. And to Dallas we go. Today 53. We're going to see rain move in on Wednesday, Friday as well. Temperatures though in the 60s. And then as we head from Dallas around, of course, we're talking about beautiful Hanukkah beginning. We've got our little Hanukkah bush at home as well. Chris McCaw. I was telling Jagger, it's Chris McCaw in the old days. Remember that one TV show coined that? Chris McCaw.
That's fun. And we also, are just 9 days away from Christmas as well, right around the corner. A lot of people want to know if they'll have a white Christmas, if the flakes are going to be falling.
That's right. So if you kind of have an idea or have a mind, we've got a few places, of course, we could see it and also poll online.
Yeah, exactly. You can go to weather.com and take a guess where you think it might be. But we're also looking at the chances for a white Christmas. We're going to be back in 60 seconds.
Yeah, with Jennifer Lopez and Vivian Brown. Have a great day, everyone.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under fair skies. Today, sunny, high 77. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear, low 53. Winds light and variable. Wednesday, mostly sunny skies. High 78. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Freezing rain and snow on the roads this morning. Right now, we're tracking even more travel troubles, and it's going to show up just in time for the holiday rush.
Plus, a storm system that started in the West Coast is pushing towards some of the major East Coast cities. We will have an hour-by-hour look at where it is heading. Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us here on Weather Center Live. I'm Jennifer Lopez.
And I'm Vivian Brown. Now, today we are looking ahead to help you avoid any last-minute holiday travel surprises. And there is another storm you need to know about as we head into the weekend.
Yeah, a lot of people traveling this weekend. It's a big weekend for everybody getting to that final destination here. But first, we are tracking a storm system that is stretching all the way from the Great Lakes to Georgia. And in the heart of it, it's going to move into cities like New York and Philadelphia, where we're certainly seeing the clouds. Philly, you've been dealing with fog all morning long, but the rain is expected to move towards the east. So let's find out more now from Vivian.
All right, so let's give you the very latest, tracking the rain on the radar. And again, we're starting off with the system over the east as it moves toward the mid-Atlantic and much of the northeast, including all of the big cities. This is a look at the broader radar picture, and you can see the bulk of some of the heavier rain is pushing right through the D.C. area. So as we get a little bit closer, you can see the Capital Beltway. It is slow going right now, even Interstate 95 as you travel north and south right through the heart of the city. Please allow a little extra time because you'll have to go slower than the highway speeds. We don't think this will be an all-day event, though, because over the next couple of hours, things will start to clear out. We'll give way to cloudy conditions, but at least the rain, we think, will be coming to an end in the D.C. area within the next couple of hours. Point south, you could see that solid area of rain moving across the east central parts of Virginia and to North Carolina, and even a little farther south now as we head into South Carolina and the south central parts of Georgia. Some lighter rains here as the whole system is starting to break apart the farther south you go. But all of this is moving to the east, and we'll be following it for you for the rest of the day. Back to you, Jennifer.
Well, on the northern edge of this system, Vivian, is a snowy side, and this is what it's been doing with the cold air in place, covering some signs here in Minnesota up with ice. Plows were also out all day trying to scrape all the ice away. The area is at risk for power outages as ice has coated some tree limbs and, of course, some power lines. And it was more than ice this morning around St. Cloud in Minnesota. It was also snowing. It caused at least one truck to slide off the road. So we are still finding snow on the northern branch of this system. It has moved away from much of Minnesota, but it's been coming down into Wisconsin and all through the UP of Michigan. So we're going to continue to watch that snow as it goes through this area. Again, Marquette over to Iron Mountain, just close to Green Bay. Green Bay's been seeing some rain with this, and as we zoom in a little bit tighter here on the radar, it shows all the way up Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, even up into Rhinelander. Scattered snow showers for you. Milwaukee, you should find most of it in the form of rain. Marquette, though, snow for you. In fact, the heavier amounts of snows will be up here on the shores of Lake Superior with perhaps anywhere from 5 to 8 inches of snow. In fact, as we go throughout the day, we'll see that snow just continuing to crank over the UP of Michigan and northern and northeastern Wisconsin. And then late tonight and into tomorrow, there will be a little fetch of that snow coming down into lower Michigan across the eastern half of Lake Michigan. That's where we're expecting maybe 1 to 3 inches of snowfall. But the highest amounts of snow, perhaps up to a foot, right here into Houghton, Michigan, and over into Marquette. That's where the heavier amounts of snow will be. Lighter amounts into northern lower Michigan. Marquette snowing throughout the day today, tapering off to showers tomorrow. Temperatures only in the 20s for you with a high of 25. So definitely cold and a lot of wind over this area as well with the area of low pressure in place. Vivian?
And that winter weather will keep rolling this week. So storm specialist Dr. Greg Postel is here to tell us about a new system. Dr. Postel?
Viv, thank you very much. That's right. Over the weekend, we'll be watching a system moving into the Ohio Valley, the Mid-Atlantic, and maybe even the Northeast for the possibility of some snow. Let's have a look at our maps now for Saturday morning. This is what we think is going to be the picture, the weather scene here. We've got some snow on the north side with a mixture of rain and snow there in pink, and also a lot of rain in, say, the mid-south all the way to the southeast. That gives you an idea that this is not a really cold snow or rain maker. It's really kind of a hybrid system with both modes of precipitation. And on Saturday evening, again, we have some snow showers up here in Pennsylvania, a wintry mix in parts of the mid-Atlantic, and rain farther to the south. The real trick, in my mind, comes in on Sunday. How far north does any snow get? And this map has changed from our thinking a little bit yesterday. There's a little plume of snow that is forecast to develop across parts of New England on Sunday. And that is actually associated with a little dip in the northern branch of the jet stream that's going to be coming in like that, kind of lagging behind the primary system, which moves well on off to the south. So we'll be watching this area for the possibility of some accumulating snow, maybe a couple of inches on Sunday, perhaps even into Monday, but farther to the south, regardless, I think in the I-95 corridor, southward from there, even from New York on down to Richmond, even mostly rain. It is just not cold enough, at least right now, to support a big blockbuster snowstorm on the East Coast. There's a lot of uncertainty with this, and one of the reasons why is because the ingredients coming together are a mess. I mean, they're way out there in the Pacific Ocean. There are little swirlies all over the place. There's one here, there's one there, there's one there, and bits and pieces of them merge, and some of them sort of, I guess, combine forces in some way and bring a dip in the jet stream across the southern tier over the next couple of days. And what this does, this is what triggers sort of the primary, I'll call it, surface development near the south coast of the United States, say near, for example, Louisiana on Friday. This one will likely move east or slightly north of east over the weekend and bring the chances of that mixture of precipitation to that region. The exact track is still uncertain. If it goes a little bit farther north, it would bring the messy weather northward from there. And if you want to look at some of the scenarios for this primary low development, here's the European ECMWF model. Shows you a mostly rain event with a little bit of snow on the north side through Sunday morning. And then perhaps one of the main questions is on the afternoon on Sunday and evening, what happens up in New England? I'll have much more on that coming up at 6:30. Stay tuned for that. Guys, back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Postel.
All right. Well, you know what? Another wet week across the West, and the steady rain is causing major problems for drivers.
So up next, a stretch of road has been closed for the next 3 weeks. And it's going to stay closed. That's if the rock slide stops.
And before we head to break, a look at just one of the top 100 weather pictures of 2014. This is an unmanned Antares rocket.
Push it. Push it. Push it real good. Ooh, baby, baby. Baby, baby.
If you're Salt and Pepper, you tell people to push it.
Push it real good.
It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
I'm pushing it real good.
No chest-beating monologues about engine size, horsepower, or performance. No anthemic soundtracks to stir the soul. Just a Ram Heavy Duty that can carry more weight than any other heavy-duty truck. Get more facts at ramtrucks.com.
What was that?
Sunday, a find that leaves a prospector speechless.
What is it? What do you got?
Oh my God.
That's Aqua Boy.
And a wish come true no one will forget.
Oh, I found a big one.
I'm not sure who got their wish today, me or him.
Bam! Prospectors, new episode Sunday night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under fair skies. Today, sunny, high 77. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear, low 53. Winds light and variable. Wednesday, mostly sunny skies. High 78. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
The wildest weather ever caught on camera.
Oh my God!
Tonight, tomorrow night, every weeknight. Wild Weather at 8 on the Weather Channel.
Hello, I'm an Idaho potato farmer, and our big Idaho potato truck is still missing. So my buddy here is going to help me find it. Here we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
If you're driving and you can't see clearly for 1 second at 60 miles per hour, you can't see clearly for 88 feet. And a lot can happen in 88 feet. That's why Bosch created the new Icon with ClearMax 365. It's a rubber technology for longer lasting performance, not found on